Today is Friday, May 27th, 2011. I'm Deep Thought, or Drew for those people that know me, and if you don't know me, you have to call me Deep Thought. Haha, I'm just kidding. Um, and I'm going to be talking about lying today, and I'm just going to sort of go right into it. Did you realize, or do you have any clue, how much you lie every single day? And I'm not talking about, just, telling a white lie, even though that is a lie. Little lies to spare people's feelings, but also the lies that we tell ourselves. We try and convince ourselves that we're not angry, that we're not sad, that we're not any of the things that we feel that we shouldn't be, or have been taught to feel that we shouldn't be. We lie all the time. It is absolutely 100% an acceptable way of being in our society. When people lie to each other, they lie all the time. Okay? The time that you go and you talk to your girlfriend, you say, honey, what's wrong? Knowing that something's wrong. She goes, oh, nothing. Right? And you know that it's a lie, but do we confront it? No, because we don't want to deal with the consequences of the lie. Basically, the consequence is as if we confront our girlfriend or boyfriend, depending on who you are. But if we confront our girlfriend or boyfriend about it, what happens is, or what generally ensues, is anger, frustration. I'm not lying, and they put their fists up and all that stuff. And basically they defend their lies. Okay, first off, where did we learn this from? We're a society that is built on lying. We take a look at our politicians, they lie to us, it's just expected, right? And we expect other people to lie to us. And we even know when they are lying to us. But do we really confront it and stuff like that? No, it's not worth the hassle, because we do it too. So where did we learn this? We learned this from our fabulous parents. We love our parents, and I know I love my parents. But they started lying to us when we were really, really young. That time when you walked up to your mom and you said, oh, Mommy, what's wrong? She said, oh, nothing, dear. While tears are streaming down her face. which is fine on one sense of, I can understand an adult trying to protect their child from involvement in something that the child can't really do anything about. I understand that concept. So this is not about, if you're starting to tell the truth, or starting to raise your children to tell the truth, it is not about saying everything. It's not full disclosure. It's saying, yes, I'm dealing with something, but it's not for little kids to worry about. Mommy will fix it. Don't worry, but I really appreciate your help and your desire to help. Whereas doing it the other way, you go, oh, nothing's wrong. What happens is we build this acceptable lie. And not only that, it undermines the kid's own little radar that says something's wrong, but Mommy says something's not wrong, so I must be wrong. So when your child comes up to you and asks, like, Mommy, what's wrong? And you say, oh, nothing, with the tears streaming down your face. What you're in essence doing is you're lying to your child. There is something wrong. Your child knows that there's something wrong. And by lying to your child, what you've just demonstrated is the acceptance of being able to be lied to, plus you are undermining your child's own self-confidence. And I say this because what happens with the child is, oh, I feel like there's something wrong. My feelings, or what I see, or what I know is happening, is something is wrong. But Mommy, the God in my world, says that there is nothing wrong. So I must be wrong. And what that translates down to, and it's not something that you would say, oh, well, the kid's mind, translates that down. Some kids do, believe me. But other kids just subconsciously understand, oh, I must be wrong. What we're teaching our children is, one, not to trust themselves, and two, that lies are acceptable. We started early indoctrinating our children into this world of lies that we've created. And, check yourself every day. Walk in, say, am I lying? Am I telling the truth, right? And it's not about feeling guilty that you're doing it. It is 100% acceptable in this society to lie to one another. It is, to spare feelings, to do whatever. The truth is, we're lying because we don't want the consequences of telling the truth. Remember, as we're growing up, when we told the truth about something, say we chucked a rock and it hit the window and it broke. Okay, so we will fabricate something because we know that the adult is going to be angry. Okay, so we fabricate something so that we don't have to feel bad about this. Now, hitting the window with a rock is not a bad thing. It is things that kids do, right? They're children. They don't think about things around them. As a responsible adult, wouldn't you go, oh, honey, you're not thinking about things around you, the window's broken and stuff like that, and create a consequence for that. The consequence is you're going to have to help daddy replace it, or, something like that, to give them an appreciation of the time involved and, the money and going out and buying it and stuff like that. It can be a learning thing. But parents tend to come at it from an anger standpoint, as if the child did it to them. And that perpetuates the lie. Your kids wouldn't lie to you if telling the truth was okay. And that's the truth. And the thing is, you wouldn't lie to everybody else if you weren't taught the same. So, bottom line is that we're lying to each other. And we're perpetuating that lie by teaching our kids to do so. Now, part of our problem is that we're an angry society. We take everything personally, as if the kid's doing it to you. They're not, I promise you. They're doing their best to be honest and open. When we as people shut those kids down and get angry at things that they do, there's lots of people, there's lots of schools of thought about anger and how it works. We'll get into that on another video. But right now, what we need to know is, hey, it's not saying there isn't consequences to actions. It's being able to enforce the consequences without the anger. How can you say to a child, if you do this, this is what will happen. If you do that, this is what will happen. If you do this, we're going to give you a spanking. It has nothing to do with me hating you, because I tell you, when you are angry at that child, they think that you hate them and they think that they're wrong. And I don't care how good anger works, that is undermining all that we're working for and all the self-confidence that we need. And this lying just keeps perpetuating. Because today, there's nothing wrong.